When a concrete slab cycle slips from 9 days to 12, the damage extends far beyond the construction site. Those lost days instantly trigger an invisible bleed of overhead costs and compounding bank interest. To stop that bleed, we use a 4-step protocol to compress the schedule and recover lost weeks. The solution relies on precise strategy, not blindly throwing more manpower at the problem. Before you begin, you must gather 3 prerequisites: an updated schedule with a clearly mapped critical path, a current headcount of your operational site staff, and a forward-looking supply delivery log. Without these, managers often fall into a common failure point. They confuse noisy, urgent tasks with the specific tasks actually constraining the critical path. Mastering this critical path determines whether a project bleeds capital through compounding delays or successfully outpaces its own overhead. Step 1. Isolate the true bottleneck. Here, vertical elements stall the slab pour. Blindly injecting random workers piles resources on non-critical tasks. Instead, funneling specific trades directly into vertical elements clears the task, surging the critical path forward. When the main sequence is stalled, resist the temptation to start secondary tasks simply to keep crews busy. Surgical precision in allocating your resources directly on the bottleneck dictates the momentum for the entire subsequent project. Step 2 is the decoupling strategy. A frequent operational error is forcing your primary structural contractor to handle secondary finishing work. Tasks like pouring subfloors, installing windowsills, and structural patching pull focus away from the main objective. To fix this, we split the workflow. We take isolated finishing tasks and hire specialized third-party crews to absorb them. By pulling secondary tracks away, the primary contractor focuses entirely on the critical slab cycle, accelerating the primary track. Protecting your primary contractor's focus from this secondary friction organically reduces their cycle times. Step 3 introduces fast tracking through spatial sectorization. This allows multiple disciplines to work simultaneously. The traditional method dictates waiting for an entire structural tower to be completed before beginning masonry and finishes. That method is too slow. This floor plan shows a faster approach, splitting a floor plate in half to create distinct zones. Once the concrete structure clears Sector A by 2 floors, masonry crews enter immediately, while structural work continues rising in Sector B. This overlap creates a massive financial advantage. Completing specific units earlier leads to faster bank subrogations, unlocking cash flow months ahead of a traditional schedule. Modern vertical construction must operate as a staggered manufacturing assembly line, rather than a series of sequential monolithic phases. Step 4 provides the administrative leverage required to enforce the speed generated by the previous steps. You have to avoid the fake progress trap, where contractors are paid for dispersed percentage completion across the site, rather than for truly finished areas. You must tie all payments strictly to fully completed, predetermined sectors. If a sector is not 100% finished, the payment is withheld. But aggressive scheduling also places a burden on the client. You must lock in your supply deliveries at least 15 days in advance to prevent material bottlenecks from breaking the new pace. You need a rigid micro-logistics checklist. Steel must be sorted by zone, pumps installed in advance, and a site ready for a 7:30 a.m. start. Aggressive scheduling requires ruthless preparation. The site must be completely ready before the workers even arrive. Isolating the bottleneck, decoupling secondary tasks, sectorizing for parallel work, and enforcing milestone logistics. This timeline shows the macro result of those micro adjustments. The original end date slides back from October to August, locking in a massive time saving for the project. Reclaiming these lost weeks directly neutralizes overhead bleed and mounting bank interest, securing the project's profitability. Open your schedule today. Divide your current floor plan into 2 sectors and decouple at least one distraction task from your main contractor. In the high-stakes world of construction, time is survival. Take control of the critical path before it controls the project.